Soraya. Today's video is on calculating with significant figures.
So let's talk about calculating with significant figures. Remember that measured values are not the same as counted ones. Counted values are exact, like 12 pencils in a box, 17 people in a room, 1,000 millimeter in a meter, etc. As long as you don't make a mistake counting, these are precise values. Measured values, though, are inexact. They contain uncertainty, imperfect conditions, instruments, technique, etc. Have a look at 26.1 centimeter or 13.261 gram, 35.19 milliliter, 17 kilometer per hour, etc. These measured values all contain some uncertainty. So let's be honest and open about our measurements and their precision, and use the idea of significant figures. Those are all the digits we know and one more that we estimate. For instance, here we have some liquid in a graduated cylinder, and we're going to try and get its volume. So yeah, we'll measure a volume here in a graduated cylinder. You can see I've drawn in the meniscus, and we'll have a look there and say, for example, we observe 23.1 milliliter. Well, the 23 is known, and that 0.1 there is our estimated value. Might be 0.0, could be 0.2. We make the best estimate we can. So how to respect and communicate this idea of precision of our values when we're calculating? There's really only two cases, and the first case will be about addition. Of course, subtraction is the kind of inverse of addition. It's the same procedure, so we'll use the same rules. Have a look here in the tens column when we try and add these two numbers together. That 3 is uncertain, and so everything to the right of it is really uncertain. We don't know what's in the red box. If you have a look here, when you add these numbers up, that 2, that's totally uncertain, and the 4 is even uncertain too, because it came from the uncertain 1 and 3. So this 2, actually think about it, it's so vague, it's even 10 times vaguer than the 4 to its immediate left, the one I'm just drawing the black box around here. So that means, remember, significant figures, we're allowed all the numbers we know, that's the 62, and just one number that we estimate, that's the 0.4. So all the digits we know and one that we estimate. That's the idea. Let's see if we can express this as a rule. Here's the rule. So we'll say that the sum has no more decimal places mind you, than the term with the least number of decimal places. Again, decimal places. That'll be our rule for addition or subtraction. Okay, the other rule, there's only two of them, remember, the second one is multiplying or dividing. So let's actually multiply these two values together, 21.25 and 3.1. Well, 5 is estimated and so is 1. And you all know how to multiply, so we'll multiply 1 there and get 5, 2, 1, 2. All these values are vague because they came from that vague number 1. Now we'll multiply by the 3, multiply all the way through here. And notice the 3, when it multiplied the 5, gave us this vague 7 and 5 here in the middle. The 5 was vague, so its products are vague. We add them all up. Let's look at the columns where we have estimated values. Well, I think you can see that all these 4 columns are estimated because of the 1, and these two in the middle here are from the 5. Remember, it's 1 that we know for sure, the 6, and 1 more that's an estimate. All the rest of these need to be rounded. So that'll be the 6 that we know, and not 660, just 66. So there's the 6, the one digit that we know, and that's the 6. And over here, the second 6 is all those blue and yellow ones, all rounded up. That's the one that's uncertain. You could express this as 6.6 times 10, or times 10 to the 1 in scientific notation, if you like. Anyway, that's the idea. Let's express it as a rule. The rule is this: when multiplying or dividing, the product will have no more significant figures than the factor with the least number of significant figures. That's the multiplying or dividing rule. Okay, so that's it. There's really just 2 rules, and that's the whole story. Anyway, thanks everyone, and see you soon. Just make sure, have a look at the next 2 videos in the playlist for more on this topic, and stay tuned for Lesson 7, Thermal Energy, Heat, and Temperature.
This is my dad's YouTube channel. It's awesome. So like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey guys, it's me, Soraya. Today sorry, I completely forgot.